me king.
Hand on the game, we are not playing the same. No, we not looking to change. Hand on the wheel, they think we lacking the drive. Boy, you should stay in your lane. Foot on the gas, I do not care if I crash, long as I stick to the plan. What is the plan? I cannot lie for none of you, long as I know who I am. I'm in control, God got his hand on my soul. And if I land and he got the remote, made it this far, it's a miracle, miracle. Anything less is cynical, cynical. Staying true, I can't lie in your interview. Tell the truth while you lie with your interview. And your acting is so hypocritical. In control, nothing more, this is minimal. Can't stop now, I'm a grind.
They ain't even got steal a mic. I'm going to Pop's house.
He just said he ain't got to steal a mic. He going to Pop's house.
I'm going to Pop's house. I ain't got to go to Best Buy and do that 5-finger discount.
Oh, man.
So, yeah.
It is what it is. We're recording? Is it live? Man, you know what? Hold on. This is the first pod. This is about to be lit. Let me play a song real quick, though. Let me play a song. Just let y'all know what we coming with. Hold on. We gonna kick it back real quick. Let's get it.
Yo, Mac, I don't even. Yo, Mac.
No, I can't.
I can't tell you much about it.
No. You know what? Let's
Call Me King.
Let's go ahead and get it going. This is Call Me King podcast. I am your host. He is I is him. Call me King and let it be. Yeah. We got my boy, my co-host. Matter of fact, I'm going to let him introduce himself. You get it started, brother.
Man, look, just plain and simple. Just call me JD. That's all. It is what it is.
Man, you know what? Let me add a gunfire to it. Y'all better stop playing with my man. He said, just call him JD.
Simple as that.
Just call him JD. Then we got the engineer in the back. We got the camera lady in the back. Tell her what it is, little mama.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody. Nah, man. What was that? Hi, everybody. Let them know who you are, Keita.
They call me Miss Sweet.
There it is. There it is. Y'all heard it. She the wifey.
Let's get it.
She the wifey.
Let's get it, dog. Hey, we came a long way. We started a whole lot of promo videos. Well, I ain't gonna even say a whole lot of promo videos. It was like 2 promo videos.
Bro, it's been like, what, a year?
Yes.
If not a little bit over a year.
Then we went through like so many different people to start with.
We went through a lot of people. Hey, we even did a name change.
Yo,
we did a name change.
We did so many name changes. We did so many like different staff rearrangements.
Man, look, I ain't even gonna lie. I was at home. I said, man, we ain't never gonna get this podcast off the ground. I said, we keep talking about it. Now here we are doing the first episode.
Hey, yo, you know what? To be honest with you, I ain't gonna lie. I felt like I was procrastinating, even though there was a lot of stuff that was going on. I was in school, you was in school, work. We didn't even know what our schedule was.
Right.
But I can honestly say I do agree with you. Like, I really wasn't expecting it. I thought I was going to keep dragging out. Then I thought I was going to be like, you know what? This probably ain't going to work. Let's go ahead and just call it quits. But it's like after we put that first video out, it's like,
it's official.
We have to do it now. we have to, because the other podcast that we started, all we did was just like do a little what was it, like an effect with the title of the podcast and a beat. But since we like had an actual video and like our own like photo shoot, we had to get it going. But hey, nevertheless, we here. Episode 1. It is about to go down, man. We're getting to what? We're at the end of the last day of May?
Yeah.
The last day of May.
Today the 30th. Man, look, this year going by quick.
Too quick.
Seem like the older I get, the faster these years go by.
And you know what? See, I'm happy you brought that up because we're going to get back into that when we get into mental health awareness close to the end of it. But when you think about it, when the years start going too quick, and then you're like, yo, I went from, like I told my wife like a while ago, I was like, yo, I remember like yesterday just graduating from high school. Now I'm 34.
Man, I'm 30.
Then next thing you know, I'm gonna be like 64.
Exactly.
I'm like, yo, life is going by way too fast.
Life moving fast, man. Hey, life waits for no one.
Dude, it is, and when you really think about it, it's so depressing because like deep down, it's like you're racing against time. You feel like you're racing against time.
Absolutely.
And the sad thing about it, when you race against time, it's like you're matching yourself up with society, how society has what you're labeled or what you should be at a certain age.
Man, the thing I regret the most, and Pops told me, do not rush your life. I regret saying I couldn't wait to be an adult. I hate it.
Bro, I hate it.
I hate it.
I hate it.
I don't like paying bills. I don't like getting up in the morning going to work. I don't like none of that. I hate being Mom, Pops, I'm moving back in. It's that simple.
Yo, dude, let me tell you something. When I ain't gonna lie, when I was able to get my own car and pay for my own car, I was like, yo, this independent life is like, okay, all right, I'm about to be a big boy. Then before I got married, I volunteered myself to move out of my parents' house. I'm like, yo, I'm like 24. It's time for me to have my own space. Yeah. But the crazy thing about it, my mom didn't think I was going to move out. Like, she was like, you're not moving out. Until she see me grab my dress and all that stuff, put in the car. So after that, I'm like, well, then when rent due, car note due, you start getting kids.
Man.
Bro, dog, daycare.
Look, when I told Pop, I moved, me and Ryan moved in with each other. We was young. I was 20, she was 19. Pop said he was mad, but not mad that I was moving, but like he knew I was growing up. I was becoming my own man.
Yeah.
He was like, why are you moving? I said, it's time. He said, did I say it was time? I said, no. He said, if I wanted you to move, I would tell you. But he said, I never tell you that. Their moms, man. I remember I told moms, she was like, I don't want to talk about this. I'm getting emotional. That's all I said. I was moving out. I don't even know when we moving. Man, when I started taking that stuff out my bedroom, she started crying crocodile tears.
Yo, let me tell you something. And the crazy thing about it, and I'm going to just use your mom for an example. They be acting like you're in the military. You about to, like, what is it, PCS? You about to PCS to, like, China or something.
Yeah, and you want to know something? I moved to Palmetto Creek over by Mother Goose. I was like, I'm 5 minutes up the road. Just come over when y'all want to.
Hold on. What is Mother Goose?
It's a daycare.
It's a daycare.
You ain't never heard? Keita.
That's what happened when you get them boys from another town.
Keita.
Yo, chill.
Mother Goose is a daycare center.
Chill.
It's a daycare center.
Shots fire. But before we get things started, man, how are y'all doing?
Like just with life in general?
Just with life in general. And how you doing today?
I'm doing good today. If I can just shake this little cough I got.
Yeah, I don't. This is one thing I don't care about the summer, dog.
Man,
that sinus, bro. The sinus infections ain't nothing to play with.
It ain't nothing to play with, man. I walked outside. My eyes were sensitive to the sun. I said, Lord have mercy.
Sheesh.
I said, help me, Father. He said, I'm gonna help you, all right. And I started coughing as soon as I said that.
God, dog,
man.
Sound lady, engineer. Hey, baby, how you doing?
Hey, babe.
Well, for real though, how you doing?
I'm great. You know, it's just like a new aura going around here.
What type of aura is that?
Positive, negative.
Oh, it's always positive.
Always positive. I see the I see the glow. I see the glow.
You know what? It's like whenever you get into a mindset where you demand positivity around you, and you say, "I'm gonna give out positive energy and be positive," it has no choice but to be a glow.
Positive vibes only.
With the
Demand
little
it.
side sauce of
Right.
Paul Weeks.
Well, I gotta be side sauce.
Side sauce.
Yo, that is. Hold on.
You're not even an appetizer.
No, first of all,
Side sauce. What kind of sauce though?
I was about to say that. What type of
What
sauce?
type of sauce?
You know that sauce?
No, I want to know what type of sauce.
What
Soy sauce, duck sauce, A1 steak sauce, teriyaki sauce.
You know we from Louisiana.
Sriracha.
So it's like that Chick-fil-A Raisin Cane sauce where you always order the extra. 'Cause
Facts.
You want
Alright.
the extra,
Facts.
extra.
You
Alright.
good, bro?
So see,
Alright.
sauce
You
is
good
a
on
good
that
one.
thing.
You good on
Sauce
that
is a good thing.
So I'm the good enough sauce where you gotta find it on Pinterest to get the recipe.
Yeah.
All right.
They got the copycat recipes and
But
all.
hold up. You mentioned something about Chick-fil-A. I got a bone to pick with them.
Uh-oh.
So me and Ryan, we love going to Chick-fil-A in Lake Charles.
Yeah.
And they strips used to be big as heck. Used to get full. We went there a few times. They strips ain't what they used to be. But them
Inflation.
prices, boy.
Inflation.
Lord have mercy. Y'all need to get y'all stuff together. Point blank, period. Get it together.
I don't know, dog. Hey, I guess it bees like that.
No, ain't no bees like that.
It bees like that.
No, man. They need to get it together.
Well, in that case, you know what? With that being said, how was your Memorial weekend?
I worked.
For real.
I worked. While my wife
Sheesh.
was on the lake riding on jet skis, I told her I hope she got a sunburn. You ain't about to send me snaps. You
Yo.
at the lake talking about we outside. I hope you get a sunburn.
She hit you with that we outside?
We outside. Then she went to a block party too, eating crawfish.
Yo, hold on.
Man, bro.
Hold on.
Shots fired.
Hold on.
Shots fired.
She hit her with the we outside.
We outside.
We outside.
Bro, she on Snap. We outside. Got a family in the background. I hit her back. I hope you get a sunburn. And you know she light as light can be. So when she gets sunburned, she look like that cup.
Ooh.
But she didn't get sunburned.
Ooh.
So what you saying is she was just being disrespectful to you having to
Disrespectful.
work.
You knew I was at work. And you gonna do that.
I mean, but you know, sometimes there's a lot of disrespect that be going on.
Like what?
Like what?
Tell me.
Juneteenth ice cream.
Oh, we. Hey,
Yo, bruh. First of all, man, let me say this. Let me say this real quick. I think the one thing that drove me was the fact that we was valued as great value ice cream.
Not even name brand.
Not even name brand. Like, Lil
Bluebell.
Debbie couldn't even pick us up.
hey, you
Not
could have.
Bluebell or nothing.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna say this.
Baskin Robbins couldn't even do something.
I'm gonna say this. Don't try to make $1 off of our struggle.
Hold on.
That's simple. If you really want to do something, Walmart, because that's who great value is. Walmart. You want to do something for us? Come to our community. Help us build it up. If you're really for us, like you say you are, but you was trying to make profit. We wasn't gonna see it. I'm glad y'all took it off the market. I don't care how y'all feel about
Hey,
it.
Walmart, I know you ain't gonna listen to this podcast no time soon, but do us a favor. If you want to do right by the black community, hey, get our hair care products behind the glass.
Exactly.
But wait, it depends on.
Yo, hold on. Time out. No. Time out. Hold on. Check this out. I should have to call a sister behind the glass and get a do-rag.
But I will say this, bro. I will say this. Some people are petty, man. They just be stealing just to steal for no reason.
Just to steal.
They see something and be like, I feel like stealing that.
Okay. I'm a black woman, and I'm always in the beauty supply store.
Like we not black men in here.
But hold on. Y'all go, but y'all don't go like we go.
Nah,
I could go in the beauty supply store thinking I'm about to spend $10 and come out spending about $80.
Hey, look, I ain't even gonna lie.
And some of us can be a little trifling. And some of them do be opening up the products, testing it out, putting it on. And I'm like, come on.
But have you tried it?
I ain't trifling.
She ain't trifling. Hey, look, she ain't denied though.
That's what I'm
She just
saying.
said she ain't trifling.
She had to take a breather.
I have opened just to smell or to see, like, cause one thing about it, you got to understand. So with natural hair, certain products produce a certain texture, and certain textures don't work with every texture hair.
Okay.
So literally, sometimes you open up used to see, okay, is this like liquidy? Is it creamy? Or what, just to see if it's going to produce the products that have a production from your hair. So you do got to sample it, but I ain't about to do a whole hairstyle off of the stuff in the shelf. I'm just taking a little sample.
A sample test, huh?
Yo,
Sample, not the product.
what else disrespectful happened about that? I think I seen it was like a image of, they had like the napkins.
Oh yeah, they had a whole line.
And I forgot they had like a saying on it. I forgot the saying.
Man, look.
It was like
freedom for me.
Yeah. Come on, dog.
I said, what the? Huh? Freedom?
Look, check this out. I hate to say it, but imagine me being the other persuasion, and I went my homies, as they say, my black friends. I wipe my mouth off some barbecue chicken and be like, it's the freedom for me with the napkin, and next thing you know, I'd be like, nigga.
Man, bro.
But was it just like, so, and I haven't seen none of this, So is it just like they're trademarking in Juneteenth and like putting it on product?
Yes.
Hey.
Yeah.
But check this out,
So my
though.
thing is this: if they're gonna trademark Juneteenth, where are the proceeds gonna go to?
That's the thing. We don't know.
Hey, no.
Who is behind the trademark?
But check this out. Right after they made it a national holiday, a federal holiday. What was it, a federal holiday? It was a white company. I forgot that it begins with a B. I looked it up. They were filing for trademark on Juneteenth. They were filing for it. They just rejected it not too long ago, maybe a week or so ago.
Good.
If I recall, they rejected it like maybe a week or so ago because of the backlash Walmart had for
Absolutely.
that Juneteenth ice cream.
Cause you trying to make a profit off our struggle. Everybody know what Juneteenth is.
Bro, this is why I said in my Facebook post like about a month ago, black is the most expensive color. Black is the most expensive color.
Man, look.
But it's the most expensive color, but it's also one of the colors that people don't know the value of it. And because we don't know the value of our own color, our heritage, our struggles are any of that. Because we don't know the value of it, people come in and you have situations like Juneteenth ice cream or Juneteenth trademarking to where people come in and steal what's ours, and we don't put a value on ourselves. Like, we are just now starting to get into the point to where we are putting a demand on our value.
Facts.
And what we demand from society.
But I will say this. Everybody know who Nip Hussle is.
Yeah.
He was putting value back in his community, and his own people took him out.
And that right there is the thing, man.
See what I'm saying?
But you want to know something, though? It was a girl I saw a tattoo. She said, Judas ate at the table, too.
He did.
And you always gonna have a Judas in your camp.
Hey.
Right.
But are we gonna have an uprising for the support to take out a Judas?
But you know what? This is a crazy thing about it. And this is what kind of ticks me off when it comes to this particular topic. Because of as people of our community, some of us, if not just a little bit of us, can be hypocrites when it comes to this. And what I mean by that is we are quick to be mad about Walmart and their Juneteenth ice cream, but we'll still buy like racist designer wear like Gucci and H&M and stuff. Like, I don't like it goes back to what you said about the value. Like, when are we gonna dog? I'm gonna need you to help me out with what you said about the value. Repeat yourself.
When are we going to put a value on ourselves?
Exactly.
And know our value.
When are we gonna set our bar for this is what we allow, this is what we're not gonna allow?
Well,
Because before you finish, because I remember like what was it, like 2 months ago? I like Jim Jones, rapper Jim Jones. He was what he did. He had a video out. He was at the Gucci store.
I seen that.
And he was ticked off because they like rejected his service. And he's like, yo, I'm a paid customer. I put X amount of money in your and basically in your product, and y'all didn't give me no bottled water, no whatever it was will come with the VIP. And they didn't even put him in VIP. But I'm like, this is what I'm talking about. Like, yo, there's a lot of black owned companies and clothes wear that we're just like putting on the back burner. And we wonder why we get disrespected.
I mean, but it also goes back to, the mentality of it. And I mean, if you don't have the mindset to be able to overcome what society says you should or should not wear, what brands are the brands and what's not the brand, if you can get over that mentality, people like Gucci wouldn't have no control over you. Because if I'm not supporting like Jim Jones, he was like, I ain't putting my money back into this. But it can't just be one person, because guess what? They may have lost thousands, maybe millions from Jim Jones, but you still got about 50 other celebrities or 50 other random people that are going to pour into them. So did they really lose?
No.
Is that really putting a dent in anything?
No. Because how long Gucci been around?
Ooh.
I mean, how long Louis V been around?
What was the other brand that did the blackface?
That was Gucci.
And there was a department store that did like a blackface too.
Not H&M.
H&M had the little coolest monkey shirt.
And they had a little black dude wearing the shirt, and
hey, the way he said that though, he said that silently. Black dude.
But yeah, man, it like Keita was saying, it just takes us to know our value, and we need to start investing in ourselves and one another.
I know when I first started, when me and Paul first started being like, hey, I want to invest in black, so I want to support black brands, we had a hard time finding black brands. Or shall I say, we had a hard time finding authentic black brands, because the label or the person themselves can be black, but then their manufacturer isn't black.
Right. Or,
so it was like, it's not fully black. And so, but I do know that there is like sites like, is it blackpeople.com? What's the site where they have like the mass marketing?
Oh, man.
The blacks?
Shoot.
It's, I can't remember it now. It's black something, but there are sites now today that are catered to
black-owned businesses.
That are catered to black-owned businesses and like support and there is like one is the platform is not black-owned, but Etsy, but they do have tabs to where it's like these are black-owned businesses,
right?
And like handbags, makeup, and all that stuff. There are some people now. It's just
and. I'm gonna say this because just because it says black owned don't mean it's black only.
That's
a lot of people get that confused. We just saying, hey, a black person owns this company. You're welcome to come in no matter what race you are. A lot of people get confused about that.
That's crazy. That is crazy. So what was the next one? Oh yeah, let me tell you something. I ain't never been so heartbroken these last week with the school shooters and the mass shooters. Come on, man. Like,
come on, man.
You can't even explain it, because when you got a kid, it's different. Because I remember this, if I remember correctly, this school year, Keita called me while I was at work, I recall. And it was a bomb threat at the alternative school, right down the street from her.
Yeah, right down the street.
And it's like, bruh, like, your heart drops because you hear it. I have been when I went to school in Leesville, I know when in junior high we had bomb threats, and it never happened. But it's like you would never know that what if this was serious. And with that being said, it's like us as a country are looking like fools because it's like, yo, how much more y'all going to let innocent kids die? How much more bloodshed will it take to get schools secured?
Well, see, that's the thing. Supposedly, that's after I think it was Sandy Hooks. That's when they started doing the school resource officers, which is a sheriff department or police department that actually stays at the schools now. But with the recent shooting, there was a resource officer there, and I don't know after the investigation, but they were trying to figure out how the gunman got past the resource officer.
Yeah, because in the video, he just walked straight in.
Straight in,
like.
And so that it's going to take an investigation to see what happened and how did he get past what was supposed to be that line of defense.
But I'm gonna say this though, because when I was a young lad, when I was younger, the first school shooting that I heard of was the Virginia Tech mass shooting. If I remember correctly, I think it was Virginia Tech.
Yeah, I remember that.
And it's like, yo, after all this time, even after that, y'all still haven't made, and I could be wrong. This is just my opinion. Y'all still haven't made necessary adjustments and haven't had additional training to keep this from happening by now. Because, like, for example, no disrespect, but when I was in school, we had this one sheriff. His name was Mr. Mario. But it's like, yo, like, what are you gonna do when a Joker come in with an AK?
But the thing about it is, like, people can't mentally handle the pressures of society. Like, when we was growing up, somebody bullied you, like, it was bullies on every corner.
Pretty much.
If somebody bullied you, you was either gonna take it, suck it up, move on, laugh it off, go about your day, or you was gonna square up with the bully and fight.
Man, shoot, Pops told me to fight. He said never run from a bully because they're going to keep messing with you till you stand up for yourself.
And then you had siblings that was like, oh, you ain't going to talk to my sister, my brother like that.
Facts.
But now, who do they have? Like, video games, computer, TikTok, Instagram. Like, that's like, I call them internet bullies.
Yeah.
This era of just baby fine is nasty.
And we have babyfied everybody. And you know what I said? Scapegoats. Mm-hmm. They find a scapegoat for everything. Like this one. Oh, he had mental health issues.
I'm tired of hearing that.
I listen. I love mental health, and I love the concept and the education behind mental health. And I have seen people that really have mental health issues, and sometimes I feel like people use that as an excuse for their behavior.
Yep.
That's like when you go to the lawyer and you trying to get the most money out the lawsuit, and they're going to be like, well, we're going to send you to this doctor, and they're going to diagnose you with something so you can get that extra money. It's the same concept. Mm-hmm. And it's disrespectful to people who actually do struggle with mental health.
Yeah. I'm getting tired of that being a scapegoat too.
Was it mental health when he planned this?
That's what I'm saying. Like, you came prepared, bruh.
He pulled the trigger. Was that mental health?
Like, and what they're saying, was it triggered because his cell phone bill wasn't paid? Quote me if I'm wrong, people. Help me out. But cell phone bill, like stuff like that. Like, kids, I'm sorry. Go back to the days where you had a good old belt or somebody that, would corporal punishment but love you through it. Like, get you together but love you through the process of getting you together.
I thank Pops to this day for the whoopings he gave me because it kept me out of them jail cells.
You thank Pops for that whooping, Paul?
Who?
Yo, don't do that. I get PTSD, dog.
Here this dude.
Yo.
Dude, not you.
Yo, hey, man. But the crazy thing about it is the fact that the audacity, just going back to what y'all was talking about, the audacity for even news reporters to be like, yo, he was bullied. He was this, he was that. But he's taking these babies' life. Like, for an example, I'm gonna just use this for an example. Imagine you being 18 and you go shoot up an elementary school that's consisted of what's the age? Let's say 8, 9, 10.
Yeah.
They were literally our daughter's age.
So imagine a 18-year-old claiming to be bullied, take his frustration out on 10-year-old kids.
And see, that's the confusing part to me, because I'm like, you would think if he was bullied, he would try to take it out on the bullies. I mean, I'm not saying that's what he should have done, but most cases you see the person that's getting bullied take extreme measures on the bully. But he went to a school where there were innocent babies, and the sad thing is, like, these kids had a bright future.
Right.
Like, you didn't know what they were going to be. They could have been your like lawmakers, engineers. Like, you didn't know what they were going to contribute to society, and you took away you took their life. You took their parent. Like, you stripped something away from their parents, man.
I believe he went there because they was easy. He knew they wasn't gonna fight back.
Yeah.
They was an easy target, point blank.
So I have a question.
Hold on. Before you start, let me add on to that. And what was depressing about it was the fact that they were shot up so bad they had to use DNA to recognize the child.
Facts. I read that.
Yeah, the parents actually lined up. Was like, even if they didn't know, all the parents showed up. They lined up outside the school
DNA swab
to offer to get DNA swab.
That is sad.
Because it was so bad.
How do y'all?
It was one full, and then there was a news report I was hearing where the parents. It was so bad that parents themselves just started running up to the school, busting the windows to help the kids escape out of the school. So, like, literally, they just bust the window as an escape for the kids to get out.
When all these school shootings was going on, because y'all have a child, like, did y'all sit down and have a conversation about doing homeschooling or private schooling?
Yo, I'm not going to lie. Me and Keita has talked about homeschooling. No, not homeschool. I'm sorry. Private school for a while. We have, but then my question is too, when it comes to private school, what are we paying for besides the prestige name?
Right.
Would that let's say for a year the tuition is $18,000. Would that go to what part of that's going to security?
No, and see, that's the thing. So with private schooling, you have what you pay for. Pretty much, it's like a money pyramid. The more you pay, the better off and the better your child gets. And what you pay is strictly what the school uses for their funding. So that's the uniforms. Well, no, because my friend, her children go to a private school, and I think she still has to pay for uniforms. But like the teacher salary, principal salary, janitor, the runnings of the school, that's what you're paying for. And now, one thing I can say with the private school education, her children does get a better quality education wise than they do in the public schooling. But the thing with that is, if public schooling would just stop trying to put a standard, you can meet the demands that a private school is offering.
Yeah, we about to go on a whole nother rant.
I mean, I'm just saying there.
I mean, you ain't nothing, but you hit something that you know what I'm saying, that needs to be addressed though.
Yeah, because I mean, shoot, teachers don't get paid
They
money
don't.
like that, and you expect the teacher to. And I'm not saying it's for everybody, but who wants to go sacrifice their life? Because now they have to face shootings. You got to face backlash from state board, from school boards, from superintendents, from principals to meet a demand, to meet a state mandate. Where's the fun in the actual education?
Yeah.
It takes away from it.
Yeah, I mean, if we want to, if we want to do this, I mean, there was really no fun in education. I mean, because you spend majority of your time preparing for a doggone, what was it, the exit exam, the leap test. What was it? What was we had the Paul test? That's when we were smaller. I think it was called the Paul test.
We had the I leap and the leap test.
The leap test.
And I think in high school it was it was the exit exam.
We had I think the Paul test as when we were smaller. I think we had the Iowa test. Y'all had that, the Iowa test?
I don't think we had the Iowa test.
I think it was called the Iowa test. The GE exam.
So I have a question.
Uh-oh.
So when you were leaving high school, did you feel prepared to go to college? Coming from a public school background?
No.
So do you blame that on the system or do you blame that on yourself?
Some of that I blame on myself because that was, and I'm going to just use this for an example, that's what hindered me from playing sports my freshman year. That's why I only did 1 year of football and 2 years of track. It's because of I didn't really apply myself. Now, but to a certain degree, the educational system is half done. I mean, I graduated, look, it's like for real, like I graduated high school and I did not know how to read a tape measure. I had to teach myself.
Dang.
They can't get more similar than that.
But okay, so this is my question. So JD, okay, when you mentioned
Dang.
the tape measure, when you mention the tape measure, I know JD's dad is like he's into carpentry and all that. So you probably didn't get that skill from school, but how did you feel like you prepared yourself? Because you hey, shout out to JD. Just turned in that last assignment.
Y'all right.
Hold on.
Getting that degree.
Let me give an applause. Let me give an applause.
Absolutely. Long time coming, but hey, across the finish line.
So, like, what made you go? What made you say, "Okay, I'm ready to go back"?
Like when I graduated, man, I didn't know what I wanted to do really. It was just like, all right, I got my diploma, now what? I was like stuck. So I just went through some things, personal things, mental things, and I just woke up one morning and was like, I got to do something different because this ain't it. I was at a roadblock. So I went and talked to my folks, my parents. They said, we'll support you and whatever. And Coach Ryan was by my side and looked at some programs, and criminal justice was it. That's what I went for. And I mean, 2.5 years later, I finished, and it was times where I wanted to quit. Heck, my first 2-3 months, I wanted to stop going, but I knew that I would look back and be like, man, I should have, or I should have kept doing this. And I didn't want to live my life on a what if. I mean, best thing I say, whatever you start, see it through.
I like that. What if?
Yeah,
Me and Paul talk about it all the time.
Yeah, because I think you had a what if moment, huh? Did you?
I did. I allowed external pressure to become so big to where it hindered me from even pursuing what I knew all along I can do. Like, people, like, they say it's hard as blacks in the medical field, but dude, just getting a degree is hard for blacks.
Facts.
Going in the medical field.
Facts.
What you about to say?
No, it's just the fact that, did you hear how, I'm not trying to make everything funny. I'm trying to be serious. But did you hear how she said blacks?
Hey now, don't. I have an accent from North and Louisiana, Baltimore and Louisiana put together, and it just don't
Girl,
mix.
she left Baltimore in like 3 months.
I did not. See,
No, hold on. All right. Let's move on.
Hey,
I'm gonna say this though. I'm gonna go along with what you said too. I think I never took the education serious. Graduating out of high school, all I wanted to do was just work in office, be a businessman, just be business. Didn't know what field. I just want to be in a big office, wearing a suit, having meetings in the morning.
That's what I said. I said I wasn't gonna work outside. That didn't work out.
So then I go to Northwestern. I do for business administration. Still don't know what I want to do. I just want to work in a big office and have a suit on.
Right.
you want that New York lifestyle.
Living in Louisiana ain't
That's
gonna
what you
happen.
wanted.
Ain't gonna
That's
happen.
what you wanted.
At that time I didn't wish I was from New York yet. I did.
Oh, you just wanted to live in a high rise.
Yeah, I wasn't living high rise. I don't even know where I wanted to go. I think I wanted to go to Texas at that time.
Texas is a spot
Hey,
to
it's
be.
still calling our name.
No, they being stupid over there.
Oh,
They been.
Oh,
I don't want to go to a. I don't want to go to a state where they, I think, refusing to do fentanyl samples.
I mean, but don't every state have their flaws?
Every state.
Every
do
state's
have
had it.
flaws.
I mean, look at Louisiana. This is
I
like
mean,
one of the.
But Louisiana takes the cake, though.
It do.
Let's be real.
It
Let's
do.
be real.
Louisiana be acting a donkey for no reason.
Dude,
No reason at all.
what they say? That the donkey of the day is
Charlemagne.
Louisiana.
All right, Charlemagne.
Donkey of the day.
Oh shoot!
Don't say it. You want to say it.
Say what?
Louisiana sucks.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say DeRidder is a good retirement town. It's good if you retire and you want to come down here. You ain't got all the lights, cameras, and all that. But me, I gotta get away from here.
You know what, man? Oh my god. We was talking about this about a week or so ago, and the sad thing about it, when you come here and you want to build something, you can't expect support or help
Can't.
because you ain't gonna never get it done.
Nah.
You got to come in with your own resources and your own finances.
Yeah.
Because if you depend on this community, and I hate to say it, especially your own people, it is a your hand's gonna be bit.
Hard.
You know what I'm saying?
That crab mentality.
Bucket in the crab mentality. It really does.
And I wonder if that's just like a small town thing, or does that happen in like big cities or whatever, or is that just small town mentality?
I'm pretty sure it happened in big cities, but you just don't hear about it.
I was about to say, I think the ops are bigger in big cities. You got more
I
oppositions.
feel like bigger cities is like, okay, whoever has the hardest, whoever can fight the hardest, who gonna really fight for what they want.
I mean, a lot of times you ain't even got to fight. It's just, okay, who does this person know? And a lot of it, you can be the smartest person in the world and have somebody who don't know how to read a lick and know somebody higher up, and that person get the job that you qualified for.
Yeah, you know what's crazy with that being said, and I could be wrong, this is just my opinion. I do think when you in bigger cities, you have to depend on networking. Whereas in here, like going back to what I said, if you don't depend on nobody, if you got all your resources yourself, you can make it yourself. Yeah. So that's what I think. I think,
But I also feel like in bigger cities, and quote me if I'm wrong, but I also feel like you have more of an opportunity to let your work speak for itself.
Facts.
To where your work will put you in positions that you want to be. And you won't have as much opposition.
you won't. Especially with the help of social media, and it'll whatever you lack in. I feel like whatever you lack in like personal interaction, you will gain in over social media advertisement.
And I also feel that in bigger cities, when it comes to my work ethic and my character, it will speak volumes over other people that are just being malicious or just trying to be thieves to take what's yours. Because hey, you gotta admit there are people out there that will genuinely try to diminish your character and take everything that you worked for. Prime example, the Johnny Depp trial.
Facts.
Hey, y'all messing with my boy.
I haven't dived into it, but I kept up with it.
I mean, it's a pretty funny, comical trial, but it's not. And to all the men,
why are y'all toxic?
Can I ask you a question?
toxic?
Why are women toxic?
Well, listen, I'm about to apologize on behalf of women to men, because you know what? I do applaud y'all. Men have a hard time speaking out about abuse, whether it be emotional, physical. Like, men get abused too.
We do.
Now we got to get a mental health aware. Let's close this thing out with some mental health aware. Let's go.
All right, I'm gonna say this, man. How come because men can get raped too, point blank, period. But if we come out and say, hey, man, look, she took advantage of me, we got to take it to the chin.
Yeah.
But if y'all come out and say something, the whole world coming down on us.
World gonna
Why? What? I mean, come on. What's different here? Rape is rape. I don't care.
It's a double standard. It is a double standard, point blank, period.
And I mean, a woman could come out and say she been raped. The man ain't even touched her. He getting arrested. Name getting slandered. Everything. Then when the proof come out, nothing happens to her. Why? She just walking around here knowing she lied on this dude, like nothing happened.
So and that's one of the beauties about the Johnny Depp trial is the fact they was hitting her with hardcore, solid evidence. Like,
right.
You really was foul, and like honestly, like that's a disgrace to women. And I know there are other women that may be worse than that, but I'm like, man, she really took it there.
She was lying. How you record something, say you ain't do it, they play the record, and you try to say, I don't remember that. Are you serious? Go ahead.
Say it.
What's on your mind?
I'm going to say this. The justice system is a double standard towards men as well.
Bro.
Because when I heard a small clipping of her little soundbite, she did say, basically, and I'm just paraphrasing, you don't really have no evidence. You don't really have no recordings, no proof, so they're not going to believe you. They're going to believe a woman over a man. And that's sickening.
It is.
It is sickening because we don't get no leverage of... We really, far as gender now, we really, when it comes to like a dispute between a man and a woman, they already have... They're like the Golden State Warriors of the justice system. Y'all are favored to win everything.
So with that, how does you as men, black men, how does it affect you mentally when you're having to deal with toxic women?
Oh man, we about to get somewhere now. It sucks. I'm not. This ain't nothing to do with my relationship. My wife is not toxic.
We good.
But we have always. I mean, I'm a very analytical person when it comes to like social media and stuff. And it's too many women that consider their husband weak or their man weak when they try to show vulnerability. As my significant other, you should be the safest space for me. And the sad thing is, I looked it up. Matter of fact, I heard it from Chris Rock a while ago, and it was I think it was off a stand-up comedy, and he was saying that cats, dogs, children, and women are loved unconditionally. Men are loved under conditions. And when you really think about it, is true because I actually see men on my timeline crying out for help because it's like we're not neglecting of what women go through. We understand what women go through, especially black women that go through in the workforce. But the sad thing about it, men don't even get looked at as when it comes to what we have to deal with when it comes to providing for our family.
Right.
I mean, like our work environment is toxic, especially when you're the only when the number of brothers is few.
Very few.
And it's just the sad thing about it is the fact that when you really look at, and this show, even the smallest thing to me considered toxic, is when you see what they want out of a man, but then when you ask them what they can provide, I can cook and I can clean.
We can do that ourselves.
And I'm not knocking a woman that does that, because if a man wants his wife to stay home and cook and clean, that's kudos. I don't have nothing against that. Right. But there's more you can offer. Like I need help with mental stability, because you don't know the traumatic experience that I have went through a childhood. Because like I'ma just make room for a little bit of my transparency. When I was in college, and the crazy thing about it was I was in college, I tried online dating, okay?
This dude though.
I tried online dating. I tried online dating. And I met this young lady. She was going to Grambling. And we end up talking to each other. We made it serious. And at the time, I temporarily dropped out of college. And I moved outside of campus, and I'm working at McDonald's. And all of a sudden, I get home because I worked 4 in the morning to 2 in the evening. Like 2 in the evening. I opened up for breakfast, and I get home. Later on, about 6 o'clock that night, I get a call. Hey, how's it going? I'm like, all right, you all right? Just want to let you know, I'm 6 months pregnant, and I'm about to do emergency surgery, and we're about to lose the baby. And when you hear that, it's automatically like a point blank shotgun to your stomach, because it all hit you at once. First of all, I didn't even know you was pregnant. Yeah. Then you got to have emergency surgery too. It's either, now we got to make a decision, even though she already made a decision. It's either save you or the baby. Can't have both. So after that happens, I got off the phone, and I knew that the ultimate decision had to be made, and the decision was already made. She had to do, which I understand. But just for an example, I never had a way to cope with that, because I wasn't there to help. I wasn't there to make it seem like everything was all right. I get this excuse. I don't know how the process of the surgery is. I don't know what happens, but I felt like even though we had to make the ultimate sacrifice, I still wanted to see what was left of him. Yeah. I didn't get to see it. And I think, for an example, that is one of the things that men go through, because with that being said, I have been in a previous relationship, and I have brought that up, and they're like, oh, okay. Like, they're just so nonchalant.
Blew it off.
And I'm still trying to find a way to kind of let this feeling out. And it's because it's been bottled up for X amount of years now. And it's like, dude, when I say that men have it rough as well, and I'm not trying to put it as who have the toughest road, but I think now we need to be considerate to each other. Because you really think about it, how many times, even when you look on social media, how many times when you see people say, I do a mental break on my significant other. Like, we actually sit down and be like, hey, babe, there's been a while since we actually talked about how you're feeling or how you're doing. How are you doing or how are you feeling? Right. What do I need to do to make sure that this is a safe space for you? Because with all I'm dealing with, I'm trying to let you know that you're all I have before I get to this place where I feel like it would be a hard time to get out of.
So what about the people that don't have a significant other, that are just single? Hey, I'm going to say, counseling was invented by Jesus himself.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel that my aunt said it. She was like,
Counselors were invented by Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Find you a good counselor. Like, the stigma with blacks and mental health and counseling and seeking help in general is, we have to move past it.
I'm going to say this. Me personally, I believe a lot of men don't come out because they feel like if they are in a relationship, she might try to use that against them later on down the line. And then you sitting there like, I told you that in confidence that you was going to help me through it, and now you threw it back in my face, and now we back at square one to where you was like, you don't show emotion, you don't open up, you don't talk about your problems. Well, I just did, and you threw it at me. So how should a man come out and speak on his problems if you feel like it's just gonna come back on him later on?
I think that's where, like, it takes communication. Because I know one thing we have that is very hard for a lot of people is to communicate. And even when your feelings are hurt, people have a hard time telling significant others, friends, family, hey, you hurt my feelings.
Right.
You threw that, like, I was really confiding in you and you blew that up in my face. And then you face the situations where the person begins to get defensive because you're being vulnerable, telling, hey, you hurt my feelings. So it's like one of those never-ending cycles, but it just takes a sense of maturity and empathy in order to deal with people. Like, you have to meet people where they're at.
Right.
Yeah. And you know what? And add on to that, because I know your parents is in church, my parents and her parents are in church. As parents, even as we have our little girl, parents, we need to stop when your child comes to you for help. We need to stop with this. Go in the room and pray. Go read the Bible. Like, stop that, because now you putting your child in a quiet space where he or she can just sit there and just think, and now you're giving more time for them just to feed off just what they feel like they lack of, what they feel like they don't have a purpose of.
Well, that's one of those, you have to give people tools. Thinking, yeah, that's good, and being in quiet spaces are good in itself. But if you don't have the proper tools when you're in that quiet space, destruction can come about.
It will. It'll start playing with you mentally. And me, a lot of times, if I come to you, you ain't got to say nothing. Just let me speak. Let me vent. You just sit there, be quiet. You listen to me. Let me vent.
That's all you need.
Just let me get it all. I just need a listening ear. You ain't got to say 2 words. Just let me say what I got to say, because if I don't, my mind just going to keep racing.
But another thing that we do with our daughter is we teach her how to express herself. So, like, when she's upset and she's crying and we like, hey, Gab, I don't understand tears. I need you to expound on what you're feeling. Tell me what's going on. Communicate with me. And I think that's vital, because when you can start early and teach a child how to communicate effectively and express themselves, when they get older and become vital citizens in the society, they can be an asset and not a hindrance. Because now they can go about and communicate to strangers, because I've been built and I've been raised in this safe environment to where I know how to communicate with anyone and everyone. And now I can tell you what's going on and how I feel. And I know that I don't have to get upset with how you perceive it, because everyone perceives differently.
Right.
But I can explain what I mean to you and what I'm dealing with.
Hey, you know what? Let me turn this question on you, because you asked us about toxic women. What about toxic men?
I feel like people are going to be toxic. That's just going to happen. But the same way with men dealing with toxic women, I think the first thing, a vital thing, is listening to, we in the church call it discernment, but people that don't know, listen to your gut. It won't lead you astray. You know when that girl or that guy ain't it. You like, people have a tendency of ignoring red flags.
Can I allow some pushback on that?
Go ahead.
But I'm gonna say this though. I do see what you said, but there's a lot of people that say they rely on their gut and they be wrong. So then what do you call it?
But you can say that your gut was wrong, but you can okay. You ever been in a situation where you met a total stranger and you left from around that stranger? You were like, something just ain't right about that person. Am I right? Have you ever had that?
Yeah.
If you have some type of inkling in you that's like just something isn't right, then that 9 times out of 10, your body is telling you. Like people don't really know what their bodies are capable of doing. Like your body sends you into a fight or flight situation. So your body knows when things are good for you and when they're not. And we just ignore them.
Like she said, ignoring red flags. That's just like you getting in your vehicle and your check engine light come on, and you just ignore it.
How many people ride around with that check engine light?
I mean, you see trouble coming about, but yet you still entertain it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So is it at a certain point, at a certain point, now you have to say, okay, I have to take responsibility, and I'm accepting this toxicity, and I'm accepting these same things over and over. Like, why? Like, mentally, why am I doing this?
Right.
There's something deep down that is drawing me to this, that I keep having the same situation occur.
Do you like a little toxic?
I like a little entertainment, but I'm not gonna say I like a little toxicity. Nah. I like a little entertainment. Okay.
What's entertainment?
So I like a man that is. I like a man's man. Like, I like a man that is like,
Girl, sound like Andrew Caldwell.
I like to know that my man is gonna protect me.
Facts.
And if we are in a restaurant or a store or whatever, and somebody is checking me out or trying to grab me or do something to me, I like to know that you're gonna get a little crazy, and you're gonna like, hold on now, not mine. That's what I like.
Tell about. So if somebody checks you out, you expecting?
I mean, I wouldn't expect you to go like all the way 9th field, but you'd be like, this dude checking out my girl? Like,
I mean, it's about to be a tough conversation now.
No, really, because if Ryan said, hey, this dude checking me out, guess what I'm doing? I'm gonna pull her close and let her know, hey man, she with me.
That's that
she
crazy.
With me.
That's that.
I get that.
Let me show you.
Okay, now I get that part. I get that part. But I guess I wanted you to be more detailed on the checkout, because for example, if you a baddie, you're going to get checked out regardless.
Facts.
I mean, there's a difference between getting checked out and get this uncomfortable feeling like, hey, pull me closer because I don't know nothing about this one. So that's why I asked.
Look at her. You don't got
She stopped.
She lost
She
the
stopped.
words.
I'm not lost for words, but let it be known.
Just
Now, I'm going to say this. And I mean if, Lord forbid, if that time come and somebody about to get a little aggressive, guess what's going to happen?
Guess who's going to jail? Guess who's going to jail tonight?
I am.
me, I'ma just be like, hey bro, chill. We good on that. And if the person just keep coming, it's game time. Game time. I mean, I gave you too many chances to back off, but yet you keep coming, trying to test my patience.
Hey,
I mean,
What do you call it? Like I like is it the apex predators? That's like the lions. That's the ones that do the hunting.
Yeah.
It's good to have an apex as your husband.
well,
as
I didn't do the hunt. My mom hunted you.
Man,
For me?
this dude right here.
Yo.
I mean,
he was a little blind. He needed eyes. To see.
Man, I was still baby Simba. Don't do that.
you need the eyes to see. Oh, she called you Stevie Wonder.
Bro, all right. So you gonna do this? Let me tell you how she tried. Let me tell you how she tried to hit on to me.
First off, how did y'all meet? Yeah, tell me that.
All right.
How did y'all meet?
So I met her at I first seen her at North Memorial. It was like a small youth thing, if I remember correctly, right?
Yeah.
She had to speak. I seen her up there talking, and my cousin looked at me. He was like, "Yo, that's you." I like, "Nah, she too tall." She had them old high heels on. They was like looked like made out of wood. They was like brown. I remember it was like brown, and I was like, "No, she ain't. No, she too tall." But then when I realized that she had high heels, I was like, "All right, let me see." So then we went up to dance. And I seen her looking at me. I looked dead at her. You know, I looked dead in the eye, you know. Apex style, huh? But let me tell my story. Let me tell my story. You tell yours. You tell yours. So we I get up, we get ready to dance, and one of the sisters there from that particular church, she was telling, like, you know, there's a couple within the group, and she thought I was married, but it was my cousins that was married.
That was the Lord telling me he was marriage material. That's what that was.
Yeah, all right.
But keep going.
Let me
transition.
So then after that, what else happened?
Your dad preached at my parents' church.
Yeah.
And I danced that night. But see, okay.
We danced that night as well.
Yeah. So I was holding Jatari, my little brother.
Your cousins thought I was for them, though.
And yeah, whatever.
Oh Lord. What?
Yeah.
We ain't gonna put no names out there.
No, we ain't gonna do that.
He had a couple eyes on him that night. But I was holding
Hey,
Jatari.
hold on, time out. I wasn't even glowed up yet. I was still in my early stage.
Yeah.
Come on. What you said,
wasn't
kid? He
there
came
yet.
a long way, huh?
I had to add that.
Let me tell y'all something.
hell.
Let me tell y'all something. She snatched me in a nick of time. Let me tell you something. Cause I was about to. I started glowing up.
I got you before you start glowing.
That's
up,
what I'm
bud.
saying. That's what
You better give me my props.
That's what
I was the glow behind the glow up.
All right now.
Come on.
All right.
Give it to me.
All right.
She upgraded
Give
you
it
like
to me.
Beyonce,
See what you
huh?
want.
I did. I upgraded them.
Upgrade.
All right.
Upgrade.
No. Hey.
I did.
You see that?
I brought-
You see,
I
now we
did.
gonna go back into mental health aware. She's making me feel like I couldn't do it by myself. You see what I'm doing? You see?
I gave no. Let me tell you something. I gave you making say this too. You were a certain way before your wife, Ron, right?
Facts.
But once you got a woman that really like was behind you, uplifted you, encouraged you, pushed you,
Right.
like your swag changed, your demeanor changed.
That age. That's facts.
Like my nanny Shell say she call it battery pack. I put that battery in that pack.
That's
I gave
facts.
you that boost you needed.
Look, she gave you had that generic battery in. She gave you the
I
The
need
walk.
The Energizer.
Energizer Bunny.
Yo, time out.
Energizer Bunny.
Time out. First of all, y'all ain't about to play me, dog.
I'm not playing you. I'm just saying that's facts. Any man that finds him a woman that is like going to uplift him, like show that support, like what you said earlier, like that safe haven. When you find that woman that is a true safe haven, that's gonna like push you, like your demeanor, your mindset, everything changes.
You shooting.
Pulls up 3-pointer. Bang! Bang! It's good.
You shoot.
She hit the Steph Curry.
You shooting.
All right, now you say push. Who pushed you harder, your mother or Keita?
As far as what?
As far as you reaching a certain goal you wanted to reach.
I push myself.
He trying to get the easy way out.
Because I mean, what I'm saying is, it's certain buttons your mother can push that she can't, and there's certain buttons Keita can push that your mother can't.
All right, y'all. Hey, all right. Y'all dropping the gems. I get that. But this double team that y'all doing right now,
Man, hey.
But for real though, I mean, you speaking facts. I am being difficult. I do feel like I would have, if I was single, I would have looked better over time. Like she got me at a good time because this is before I hit the gym. This is before I like really got into my element now. I think I would have flew out the nest a little later, but she saved me from tearing up the streets.
Right, she helped you blossom.
So who pushed you?
Yeah, who pushed you?
You pushed me if you wanted. I mean, you pushed me. Hey.
Okay.
Hey.
She just want the she just want her credit a little bit.
No, you didn't hear the sound bite. She was shooting. She shooting from the logos. I give you that.
I mean, but even with that, you have to be careful because you have people that'll bring the good out of you, and you have people that'll also bring the bad out of you. So you gotta make sure that significant other is someone that is wanting to see the best for you and in you. Not for their own benefit, but for your benefit.
Did I bring the good out of you?
Yeah.
I think she lying.
No, like honestly, like
you ain't gotta go into detail. I'm just saying,
you did, and that's what I'm saying. When you have people that are genuine, like that want to see your growth, because like there was a time to where you really helped me.
Over an hour right now.
You got me in a place where he's like, okay, come on, we gotta get past this. We gotta get past this. We gotta get past it. You know what you can do, and then, and it takes a lot.
They do, because I'm gonna be honest, me and Ryan, we had hit a little rough patch, like right before we had got married, and I was like, man, I don't know if this is gonna work. And I went and talked to Pops. He said, son, that's life. He said, you don't think me and your mama had them patches? He said, we still have them. And we've been together 30 plus years. He said, you're going to have them. It's called life. Deal with it.
Yeah. But one thing, you have to learn how to go through those patches with one another.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, the patches are just going to make you stronger. But if you have that foundation of trust, I trust you with my life. You trust me with your life. And I know that everything you're doing is for my benefit and not for my destruction. Hey, we can go through anything. We can face anything and everybody. Can we?
Oh, that's a question to me?
I know you did not.
Ooh-wee. If I come back over here and you got 2 black eyes, I know why.
Hey, we going to trial.
I know why. Well, I ain't seen nothing. Look,
we not doing Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp, you're behind
We
it.
are not. We are not.
On God, for real, play with me? What you mean?
No, but real, it's just they're toxic people. They're good people. You just gotta know who you're dealing with.
Hold on. Let's finish the story because she didn't finish it. So when she was at the church. When she was at the church.
So we at the church. I'm holding Jatari.
Yeah.
And I'm seeing him checking me out. He was on the drums. And I'm seeing him checking me out. And he acting like he don't see me, right? So after church, I went. he left his dance clothes in the bathroom. So I ran out there and I was like, hey, you left your clothes in the bathroom. And he was like, oh, okay, thank you. That was it. And I'm like,
Dog,
how you missed that?
Look,
like,
dog, first
you
of
was
all,
checking me out the entire, you was not listening to your daddy preaching. You was looking at me the entire time.
I was looking at your booty.
It was attached to me.
Weeks.
Bro, let me tell you something.
She threw you an alley hoop.
And you want me to tell you?
Missed it.
And I blocked it. Want me to tell you why? Because I had a little situation on after church. So
And
I had a
and
hey, you know what? I'm not about to do this.
People in them situations.
I'm not about to do this.
she
dog.
threw you an alley hoop. That goal was probably as big as his room.
Time out. But did you hear? I had it. Did you hear the? I mean, did you hear this? Think about the alley oop. That was an ugly alley oop. I had to come. I had to come scoop
ugly.
down, grab it off my foot to try to dunk
It
it.
don't matter if it's ugly.
Cause how am I supposed to start a conversation off? Here's your shirt.
Oh, thank you. What's your name?
No. You gonna be like, hey, here's your shirt. So
Babe,
what's your
do
name?
you know how many corny dad hits that you be doing now? And you couldn't do one then?
Because I wasn't even in my element yet. I was still a caterpillar.
See,
I wasn't even in my element yet.
He was a man cub.
Yeah.
And I had.
What you mean?
Never mind.
Yo, chill. Chill.
I helped him.
She helped you
The
out.
product y'all see today
It's
is
because
contributed to Rakita. Y'all see that product?
No, don't do that.
Y'all see it?
the product of her environment.
Don't do that.
Call me king. That's me.
Man, hold on. I gotta put a drop on that one. You tripping.
Man, Keita, how long?
You
we been
call me
going?
king.
How long we been going, Keita?
We've been going an hour and 16 minutes.
Hour and 16.
Sheesh.
Y'all ain't know y'all can go that long, did you?
Man, not
First
really.
pod.
Hey, man, look, we just got in the rhythm. We
Y'all
just got in the
did.
rhythm.
You wild.
Y'all did.
You
Y'all
wild.
did.
Hold on. So what? How we gonna end this off?
I don't know.
Hey, for everybody who's listening and everybody who's watching, we're gonna try to get as much episodes out, whether if it's weekly, maybe once a week, or bi-weekly. I hope y'all understand that we're both on shift work. He has a different job from me, so we're just trying to make sure schedules line up, and that's basically how we going to end this off. Hold on, I gotta play a song real quick. Hold on.
You got a song for
Let me
us.
play a song.
What do you got for us?
Play a song.
You call me king.